Killer Bees, it's Paula B from PaulaBFitness.com, and on tap today, it's the countdown to Christmas, the Festival of Hits. And you guys, today I've got a great full body high-low for us with bodyweight cardio moves and dumbbell strength, which means you are, of course, going to need a pair of dumbbells. Now, I went with my light ones today because we're going to get nice high volume work, but you're always welcome to set your own challenge. When you're ready for this one, I'm totally ready. Let's go. All right, you guys, now we are going to get right into it. Now, just like always, I've got my handy dandy gym boss here set for intervals of 50 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. And today's workout, we're going to go between high heart rate bodyweight cardio and not really low heart rate, but lower heart rate strength work. Now, if you'd like a good warm-up, and I always suggest one for when we're picking up heavy things and putting them back down, I've got one here for you on screen. Otherwise, we are going to get right into it. Our first interval is cardio, so you are totally welcome to take this one at a warm-up pace. We're going to do rainbow jacks, which is where we have our hands overhead and we bring up one knee and then the other. 50 seconds on the timer, and here we go. Nice and quick on this one. This is a nice low impact exercise. I tell you what, we're not all low impact today, but you can always modify any of my cardio moves to make them less jumpy if you need to. Right now we're just getting that heart rate up, kind of getting some good mobility in our shoulders to make sure that we're ready for picking up dumbbells today, getting some good mobility in our ankles, our knees. My toes are popping, my hips are popping. I'm getting everything all warmed up. When it beeps, we're gonna get 10 seconds of rest, and you guys, I should have told you this right away. Today is one of my favorite kind of workouts. It's a no repeat. So that means that when we are done with these rainbow jacks, you guys, we are done with rainbow jacks. I always enjoy not coming back around. 10 seconds of rest. And then we're gonna go ahead and grab one dumbbell, and we're going to hold it right here like a goblet. We're going to do curtsy lunges next. So that's a big step back and out to the side and then up. Now, I do curtsy lunges sometimes as a cardio move. You are absolutely welcome to take this at whatever pace works for you. I'm going to take it nice and slow. I'm considering anything with a dumbbell in my hands to be strength work today. So I am moving at a nice, slow, controlled pace. Really thinking about good form, pulling in my core, stepping back, really getting good balance work out of this one. Always, always, always gonna feel these curtsy lunges in my booty the next day. So I'm getting just the right amount of volume by moving at a moderate or even slow pace. Great job. Really thinking about that big step back and then out to the side as far as you can go. 10 seconds of rest. Coming up next, another nice low impact cardio move, something I call double knees because we bring up one knee twice at a time. So 2 on one side, 2 on the other. Good. Heart rate has already come up, starting to feel a little bit more warmed up. It's always good when you get to that point in a workout pretty quickly where you already feel like, okay, all my joints are moving, all my muscles are moving, my head's in the game, I'm ready for this. You know, it's not a long workout today. None of these are. This countdown to Christmas, the Festival of Hits, is all about quick workouts. You already know the routine. It's a 50-10. You already know that we're not going to need a ton of equipment or a ton of fancy moves. We're getting in, getting sweaty, and then getting on with the day. When it beeps, we're going to get 10 seconds of rest. Whew, and then one dumbbell again. When X marks the spot, or wood choppers, you might have heard them called that, we're going to bring the dumbbell from one shoulder to the opposite hip. Knees are soft, core is in tight, chop, and chop. Good. Really bracing the core on this one is the key. This is ab work. I know you're thinking, but my arms are moving. Yes, your arms are moving, but your abs are conducting the motion. They're stopping when you get to the bottom, and they're helping you raise your arms up to that shoulder. Good. You are welcome to grunt on this one. I always do. You know, when in doubt, grunt it out, right? I do like making noise. I heard a long time ago, my kids took karate many, many years ago, and their instructor always told them that the reason that you make noise in karate, you know, kaya, is because it actually helps engage your abdominal muscles. So grunting is actually really good for ab work. Go ahead and put that dumbbell down. Coming up next is toy soldiers. Another nice low impact move. Gonna have hands overhead, reaching the opposite hand for your opposite foot. Nice and quick. I don't care how high that kick is. It's not really about power. We're not grunting for this one. We're not trying to get a powerful kick. We're just trying to move our feet quickly, move our hands quickly. Having your hands above your head is what's bringing your heart rate up, even without jumping. We will do a little bit of jumping today. In fact, I think, yes, in fact, our next exercise, our next cardio exercise is going to involve some jumping. But I think we're ready for it now. You know, my hands, nope, not my hands, my feet, my ankles, my knees, they're all feeling really good, really warmed up. My muscles are warmed up, my heart rate is high. I'm ready for a little bit of jumping here. But not until after we've done some more strength work. When it beeps, we'll get 10 seconds of rest. Then we're going to pick up one dumbbell again for sumo squats. All right, you guys. This is your feet as wide as they can go and point them out just a little bit. Hips go back and hips come down. So we are trying to get that weight as close to the ground as possible. Totally okay if you can't get there every single time. It's not really about that. It's about pushing the hips back and down without letting your knees collapse in. Really thinking about stabilizing that knee joint so that your knees are tracking over your toes while we're coming down into that squat. That's what's tough about this, is that your knees are pointing out. This is inner thigh work. You probably noticed. You're doing an awesome job. Really pushing those hips back and then pulling them in each and every time. Standing up nice and straight and tall every time. Great job. All right. As promised, we're going to start jumping now. Coming up next is 50 seconds of washing machines. Hands go one way, feet go the other, and we're bouncing back and forth. Now, 50 seconds. Long interval. I'm sure you noticed it with our low impact work, but now that we're jumping, we're definitely going to start to notice it. So I'm taking this at kind of a moderate pace. You know, the point of high intensity interval training is that we're going at max pace. But here's the deal about max pace. We've got a, 16-minute workout today? So knocking yourself out for one interval and then not being able to complete the rest of the workout isn't going to do you a whole lot of good. So moderating your pace to be at a good high heart rate, a good speed, a good intensity that you can sustain is more important than going all out. Coming up next, ooh, we get to finally do both dumbbells. We're going to do peekaboos. Knees are soft, core's in tight, elbows are shoulder height, elbows are together, elbows are apart. Keeping those elbows at shoulder height is the hard part of this exercise. And I want you to think about squeezing your elbows together as much as pulling them apart. You're squeezing together with your chest muscles. You're pulling apart with your upper back. Awesome. This one got tough very quickly. This exercise is the reason I chose my light weights. I knew this one was here, and I know how tough this one gets for me, even on shorter intervals. This is a tough exercise. Excellent, we made it. 10 seconds of rest, and then we are back to jumping with jumping jacks, regular old jumping jacks. The letter I, the letter X, going back and forth, nice and quickly. And again, you can take this at whatever pace works for you. You want to go a little bit slower, take a little half a second, and the in and the out of each jump, totally fine. You want to go at this pace, but moderate your heart rate a little bit. You can bring your hands down a little bit, that's okay too. If you are ready for it and want to give it your all, make sure your hands come up all the way over your head with straight elbows every time. Good job. When it beeps again, we will be almost done with jumping for the day. When it beeps again, we'll get 10 seconds of rest, and then we're moving back to strength work. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Grab both dumbbells. Coming up next, now that we got a nice high heart rate, is deadlifts. We're really thinking about good form on this one. Feet about hip width apart. You're going to hold your dumbbells right next to your legs. Back is straight, straight, straight. Push your hips back and pull your hips forward. Really thinking about keeping a neutral neck, thinking about keeping your back straight and your core in tight. Shoulders are relaxed, but your chest is out. My knees always bend a little bit on these because I can get down further if I bend my knees, but my hamstrings have the strength to go a little bit further than they have the flexibility. So my knees are soft while we're doing this, and you're only going as low as you can recover from. This is all glutes. Awesome. Very nice. All right, go ahead and put those dumbbells down. You guys, we are coming down on the ground now for some mule kicks, which is just like mountain climbers, except you're kicking your feet up rather than kicking your knees in. Again, I'll remind you that 50 seconds is a fair interval. So I want you to take this at a pace that you can sustain. If you need to make this a little bit easier on your upper body, you are totally welcome to be up on an elevated surface, the side of your couch or a coffee table. Both are excellent for you to be able to do the cardio work, really getting your heart rate up without really straining your shoulders or your abs or making your heart pound out of control. I'm always, always okay with doing a little bit of modification to make sure that you can get your best workout. When it beeps, we will get 10 seconds of rest, and then we're going to go right back to strength work. Awesome. Go ahead and grab one dumbbell. Coming up next is skull crushers. It's my favorite exercise just for the name. So on your backs, hands are together on the dumbbell, elbows are together. And you're going to put that dumbbell right to your forehead and up. Now the reason I mentioned the elbows are together thing is because that's actually what's really important. This is triceps work rather than biceps work. I mean, your biceps are helping, but normally your biceps are the prime mover and your triceps are the helper. With this one here, with your elbows pulled really close together and both elbows facing your knees, triceps are the prime mover. I know you can feel that in the back of your arms. Love, love, love this exercise for the back of your arms. Awesome job. When it beeps again, we will get to put that dumbbell down. Great job. All right, dumbbell down, and we are coming back to cardio. This time we're in a crab crawl position doing rockettes. So hips are up off the ground, big kicks. Trying to get that knee all the way to your nose, and I have not done it yet, so don't worry about actually kicking yourself in the face. It's probably not likely. And then you're going to write me a comment and say, Paula, I kicked myself in the face. Thanks so much. No, don't kick yourself in the face. Big kicks, fast kicks, but go ahead and stay away from your nose. When it beeps, we will get 10 seconds of rest, and you guys, I tell you what, we are super, super low on the list. In fact, oh hey, we are at the bottom of the list. How cool is that? This being a no repeat workout, it's hard to tell where we are in the workout because we didn't have to loop back around on the circuit. But this is our last main pair, which is why it got tough. Coming up next with one dumbbell, again, we're going to do a half boat pass through. So the hand that has the dumbbell, the opposite leg is up. We're passing through and switching and passing through and switching. Back and forth. Oh, feeling that in your shoulders, feeling that in your abs. A lot in the abs. I know, your abs are engaged the entire time. That's why this is our last exercise in the main, not a circuit. But I will tell you that I've got one final thing for us. So when it beeps, we will get 10 seconds of rest. And then, yeah, I've got something even tougher than this. I know, it's hard to picture right now because this got real burny up there in the belly. Great job. See, now there's the grunting. 10 seconds of rest, and then, you guys, our final set is mountain climbers. Whew! So let's go ahead and get in position. Mountain climbers. Running those knees to your chest. Neck is neutral. You're in a high plank, like your hips are up a little bit. Taking it at that pace that you can manage. And I'm going to tell you right now that this is our finisher. It's our built-in finisher with our final pair here. So we're not going to take a break. That 10 seconds, we're not resting. We're going to stay in this plank position, and we're going to get ready for our final exercise. Our final exercise of the day. When it beeps, we'll go into a plank, and then after it beeps for those 10 seconds, we're going to do my favorite, renegade rows. You probably saw that coming. You knew we were in a plank position. You knew it was going to be a dumbbell exercise. Fixing my shirt, grabbing a dumbbell. Whew. When it beeps, straight into renegade rows. Row it up to your armpit, put it back down, put your hand back exactly where it was before. That's the tricky part, is maintaining this plank position with your hand directly underneath your shoulder the whole time. Now for renegade rows, I tend to spread my feet just a little bit. Because we're in that tripod position with only one hand on the ground, there's going to be some rocking back and forth in your hips, and that's totally okay. And that's why I spread my feet, to make sure that I'm not completely off balance. Only a little bit off balance. You guys, the next time it beeps is the last time it's going to beep, and we will be better than done. Whew, doggies, we will be finished. You are doing a great job, and now you are all done with that job. I am so proud of you. Oh my gosh, that got sweaty really fast today. I really hope that you had a good time with this one. If you did, I would love it if you'd give the video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you need any help with any of the exercises or just want to say hi, please feel free to leave me a comment. I love to hear from you, and I love to make sure that you're getting your best workout. And make sure you click that subscribe button so that we can work out together again. Thanks.